Hi, welcome to another lesson for right hand techniques for the ukulele. In this particular lesson we're going to be talking about how the sounds are varied using the length of the ukulele. So because the ukulele is limited to the dynamics that it's able to produce, we have to utilize what limited resources we have for the ukulele to provide different tones and different sounds of attack. So in other words, different sounds can be varied on the ukulele, but to a limit. So to start things off, you just want to remember that the closer you go to the bridge, the saddle area, the brighter it's going to be, and the farther you go towards the head of the ukulele, the more rounder it's going to be. Also using your flesh. So for instance, let's just take a G chord, okay? So like in combination, like so I'm going towards the head of the ukulele and I'm using a thumb strum, so you kind of get a rounder sound. And if I come towards the middle area, I'm going to just hold a G chord for a little bit. The middle area here, you have a little bit more of a balanced sound between mellow and bright, and then back here by the bridge you're always going to have a brighter sound. Now using the nail, it's a little more rounded, although it is a little brighter. Using the nail over here, a little brighter, and finally the brightest is always going to be close to the saddle bridge area over here. Hear that. So that's how you can start varying the sounds and utilizing your thumb or finger, the flesh, or more nail. That's how you're going to vary the sound when you're doing your strum. So there's a lot of things to play with. So while using the right hand techniques in the lessons that you've listened to or will listen to or have learned or will learn, apply this technique where you're varying the sounds in different areas when you're strumming. For instance, if I'm using a little picking pattern here, this is not taught in the strumming course, but in other courses. But just to give you an idea, if you're picking, you can hear that it's a little bit more on the mellower, rounder sound. If you come back here, it's a little brighter, and then if you come over here by the bridge, you can hear that it's a lot brighter. So it basically goes from mellow, rounder sound to a more balanced sound right about here, and your brightest sound is about here. Also using the flesh of your thumb or your finger and a nail for a brighter attack or a more pronounced definition to your tone that you're wanting to do. Okay, so keep those things in mind. Every chance you got, try to work with these techniques in the other lessons of strumming or hand techniques. So for instance, let's say you're strumming a song and I'm just going to use C, F, and G7 to keep it simple. You want to practice using the different sounds. For instance, I'm just in the middle in the balanced position. I'll slide up here. G7. Then I'll slide all the way down to the bottom of the ukulele. And you can kind of hear the tone change a little bit. Come back to the middle. And then a thumb strum, or they're using the flesh. Coming to the middle. All the way to the bottom. So you can hear how it kind of alternated, the sound alternated just from this area to this area. Okay, and once again, you want to utilize as many of the techniques as possible so that you become comfortable with them, so that you can utilize them at will whenever you want. Okay, it's really important because you don't, as you get better by utilizing different techniques, you can really be creative on the sounds that you can produce on the ukulele. Okay, with that being said, give it a try and try to use it as much as possible in all the exercises and lessons that part of your course.